everyone, thanks for tuning in. You're watching Christian Adventure Gamer, and I'm your host, Daniel the Paladin. And you are joining me on this journey of Exit the Game, the Advent Calendar game. This is the Intergalactic Race, right? So we are on door 6. So let's just jump right in and get this done. All right, so we got our code book, our decoder, or not code book, the help book, and then we have the story. So this one up does say, carefully tear this one out. All right, so I'll put it down here for you guys to see it. Foreign languages are so important. The Murmilorian gave you a really helpful tip. You can shorten the racetrack via the planet Amico. That is the candy planet, says Claus happily. The perfect place for a little stopover. A short time later, he lands the spaceship and jumps out. You follow him and can hardly believe your eyes. Everything here is made of sweets, gingerbread rocks, chocolate streams, lollipop trees. It's all there. A soda UFO roars past to harvest fizzy drops from the air. What a sweet ideal. Unsurprisingly, Claus immediately starts eating his way through the undergrowth. This guy doesn't stop eating, does he? Claus, you say disapprovingly. This is supposed to be a quick stop. If we stay here any longer, we won't have gained any advantage. The shortcut will have been wasted. Calm down, says Claus, still munching. I just need a little energy kick and then I can continue. How much more energy? You've already stuffed yourself with tons of sweets. Yes, but I've not found the right thing yet. The last time I was in Amico, I ate some really great nuts, real power boosters. When I eat those, I'll be bursting with energy. You'll hardly recognize me. Come on, help me find the nuts, and I promise we will get going. All right, it says, now open door 6. Behind you'll find 4 riddle cards, F1 through F4. Icing numbers you have found, so use them if you're able to cover nuts that lie around somewhere on the table. If you do as you are bidden, you will find the code once hidden. All right, so there's nothing on the back of this sheet here, as you can see. And let's open up door 6. All right, let's take a look from overhead. All right. Ooh, there's a little note in there. You can definitely see the lollipop tree. It looks like a chocolate or brownie rock or something. Yeah, reminds me of Sugar Rush from Wreck-It Ralph. Color scheme and everything. And there's that note. I have my handy dandy magnifying glass I can use to read that little note. It says, these 3 nuts give you a boost. Don't let them out of sight. As icing numbers you may use if you can read them right. But wait, don't enter them just yet. There is still a second step. All right, so I can see one of the chocolates have those nuts. Actually, looks like 2 of the chocolates have those nuts. There's one brownie rock or chocolate rock. It looks like it has 2 out of the 3 nuts. I don't see anything with the nuts. I like looks like a walnut. So let's see here. All right, so there are let's lay these out for you guys to see them. So there's the different nuts. So I am wondering if we need to get rid of the nuts that we do not need to see if we can't make something. All right, so it says down here, because this is the other half of the nut, the note. All right, so let's read this all together then. Because the half of the note is in the door, right? So it looks like a walnut and looks like an almond and maybe a pistachio, maybe. It says these 3 nuts give you a boost. Don't let them out of sight. As icing numbers you may use if you can read them right. But wait, don't enter them just yet. There is still a second step. Icing numbers you have found, so use them if you're able. To cover nuts that lie around somewhere on the table. If you do as you are bidden, you will find the code once hidden. All right, I don't think there is any other table that has nuts on them. So let's say we were to cover we look at them this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm trying to better understand the riddle here. These 3 nuts give you boosts. Don't let them out of sight. As icing numbers you may use if you can read them right. But wait, don't enter them just yet. There is still a second step. Icing numbers you have found, so use them if you're able. To cover nuts that lie around somewhere on the table. If you do as you are bidden, you will find the code once hidden. Okay. How many of the walnuts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that's definitely not going to be used. So it looks like there's more green on this one. There's more of the walnuts or almonds. Maybe almonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5. Yep. And this one has more almonds and more of the, looks like pistachios. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's use the back of this to see if we can't draw something. All right, so if I start here and do the walnuts, looks like I would go all the way down, then up, and then all the way down. Right, so that doesn't look like that's very helpful. Because then if I did it the other way, I would go this way, and down, and then that way. So that doesn't help. All right, and then this one, if I do the walnuts, go up and over, and then down, and then down. So I'm definitely not tracing anything. It's almost like I'm supposed to cover things up with maybe the other cards. I don't know. So the first one's got 4 walnuts. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one's 1, 2, 3. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's just of the walnuts. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the pistachios. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those. 1, 2. 2 of those. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those. Then for the almonds, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3. That's interesting. 4, 5, 3, 6. 4, 6, 5, 3. 6, 2, 6, 5. Let's try using some of those numbers. I don't know if any of those will work, but we'll find out. All right, so we got, let's try 4, 5, and let's do 3, just for giggles, right? So we got 6. We go down, we go over, then down, and then up, and it should be circle, crescent, crescent, and that's not it. All right, so then we can try 4, 5, so let's try 6. Let's just throw that 6 in there. All right, then it's going to go this way, then this way, then this way, and it's going to be triangle, crescent, crescent. Nope. All right, so let's try 4, 6, 5. All right, so then it's going to go up, up, and then away. So that's not going to work. So let's try 6, 3, 5. 6, 3, 5. All right, so it's going to go this way, and this way, and it's going to be crescent, circle, circle. That's not it. Nope. All right, and then we can try 4, 4, 6. And it's going to go this way, and then that off the board. So nope. 5, 6, 2. It's going to go this way, and then up, and then down, and back to door 1. Nope. 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6. All right, so it's going to go up, and then down, and be triangle, crescent, triangle. Nope. All right, and let's try, that was 3, 5, 6. All right, so I went walnut, almond. Okay, yes, I did that. Let's try 4, 6, 6. All right, so it's going to go up, and then up, 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 and then away. Yeah, definitely not. So I'm guessing none of these are it. That one's not going to work. Well, cover. It talks about covering up the nuts. Icing numbers you have found, so use them if you're able to cover nuts that lie around somewhere on the table. If you do as you are bidden, you will find the code once hidden. And it says here, right? These 3 nuts give you boost. Don't let them out of sight. As icing numbers you may use if you can read them right. But wait, don't enter them just yet. There is still a second step. So we don't want to cover up those nuts. I almost need like a dry erase marker because I'm afraid if I mark these nuts out, I'm not going to be able to see nothing. Cross those out, cross those out, cross those out, this out, that out, those out, that out. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I'm trying to find what the number is if I do a bunch of knocking out of things. All right, I'm going to have to read a clue. Oh, yeah. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm not understanding something. All right. All right. It says on Miko, you will find 2 signs, one in room 6 and one on the calendar sheet, 6th December. That will help you with the riddles. First, look at the sign in the room. It tells you that you should find numbers made of icing, but how? This definitely has something to do with the 3 nuts on the sign, as well as delicious gingerbread on riddles cards 1 through 4. You won't need the other sign on the calendar sheet until second step. On the gingerbread, you will see symmetrically arranged white icing lines. Various nuts are randomly stuck to them. Choose one type of nut, one at a time, and only look at the lines on which that type of nut is stuck. It's best to start with the walnut. What shape do the associated lines create? If you have found the icing numbers, your job is not yet complete. You will need the sign on the calendar sheet December 6th. All right, so let's do with the walnut, right? And so it looks like it's creating possibly a 2. Right, that zigzag. So it looks like it's possibly a 2. And let's look at the walnuts on this one. Looks like a 3. And this one, I have no clue, right? Because no number looks like that. So maybe a 1. Right, and so this one, a 9, maybe? I don't know. So we're only looking at the lines that the walnuts are on. So 1, 2. So that's a 2, right? So this one has got to be a 3. This one looking at this line, this line, this line. You know, a 1. I mean, I don't know what that's supposed to look like, right? Because it's definitely not a 7. Right, and then we go to this one. This line, this line, this line, this line. So that's a 0. All right, and then let's look at the almonds here, right? So I see this one, this one, this one, this one. Looks like an F. Maybe it's making letters and not words. So maybe let's back up and go to the walnut, okay? That would be a Z. All right. This one here is an E. And then this here would be, what letter would that be? Goodness. Can't be an F. Can't be an R. And this one would be an O. Let's just make that, because I have no clue what that's supposed to be. Unless they're trying to make like a lowercase r or something. That's just weird. All right, and then we go to the almonds, right? So that one looks like an F. And this one here is making an O, right? And then this one's making a U. And then this one here, the almonds are again this thing that just goes up and over. So like supposed to be like a lowercase r, maybe. All right, and then we have the pistachios, right? So Yep, that's 9. All right, so we got 0, 4, 9. And then the other half of this note says, icing numbers you have found, so use them if you're able to cover nuts that lie around somewhere on the table. If you do this, they are bidden. Sorry, if you do as you are bidden, you will find the code once hidden. Okay, so I can try the number, but I don't think that's going to work because that was only step 1. So I'm not sure what they're asking. All right, so 0, 4, 9. All right, so it's going to go down, then up, and then off the board. We can try a different order. So 9, 4, 0. See if that changes anything. All right, so it's going to go up and then over, and then so up and over and off the board again. So that's not right either. And then let's try 0, 4, 9. All right, so it's going to go up and then up. Wait, sorry, up and then down off the board. Let's try 9, 4. So it's going to go down, then over, and then off the board. All right, so let's try 0, 4, 9, 9, 4, 0. So there's definitely the other step that I need to understand here. Icing numbers you have found, so use them if you're able to cover nuts that lie around somewhere on the table. Okay. If you do as you are bidden, you will find the code once hidden. I don't see any nuts. Oh, right there. Okay. There we are. Okay. So the walnut should be 4. Almond should, not 4, sorry. It should be 0. This should be 0 because that was the first letter, number, whatever. And the almonds should be 4, and that should be 9. So 4, 0, 9. So it's going to go down, then over, then up, and it's going to be square plus crescent. No. That's door 1. So 9 is the last one because it shows the green nut there. Right? And then the walnut was 0. And the almond was 4. Four, 0, 9. 0. And this was 4. This was 9. 4, 0, 9. So it was down, over, up. Okay. So now we're supposed to just cover the nuts. So it looks like 119. So down, over, and up, square, diamond, Y. Nope, that would put me back at 2. All right. see how this thing is ended. Okay. Okay. The number has to cover the nut. All right, so 4 has to cover the nut. 0 has to cover the nut. And then the 9 has to cover the nut. So 737. So it's going to go down and then up and then over. L circled hex. Yep. There's 7. All right. Well, I obviously had to look at the code. I just looked at the picture. I didn't read it. I just looked at the picture and I figured out that I'm supposed to take the number and cover the nut. It wasn't just about making sure using which row or which line to cover the right nut, right? So like the blue was the walnut, which the walnut was the first one I was looking for, so it shows the walnut there. And then this one was I'm guessing the almond, right? So then I put the numbers in the window instead of covering the actual nut with the number. So it was clever, very clever. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have got that. Obviously, I didn't get it. I mean, like that was thinking too much outside of the box, and I was trying to like literally think about putting the numbers in the window instead of covering the nut. So that was a tough one. All right, man. Like the game has gotten me 4 times, right, and I've only won 2. That's not good odds so far, but maybe I can catch up on the next one. So hey, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys next time.